Here we go.
Yo, 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 yo.
Welcome to a new era of We're Wrestlemaniacs 2.
It's your boy. Is he too real? Lomo boy.
Hey, boy, Troy.
And like he said, we're in a new era.
Season 2.
Season 2 of We're Wrestlemaniacs 2.
Yep.
That's fine. I can start labeling that
Deuce.
shit. But now we're in a new era of wrestling now.
Yeah.
All the way around. All the fucking way around. After what we just seen on SmackDown before the show. All the way around.
We're moving. It's moving in the right direction. Free agents are being signed that want to grind, that want to put in the grind and everything. No, it's a new era, and the problem is who's going to be the ones that's going to fall off? Are we going?
As far as the players or as far as the companies?
The players.
Oh,
players in the company. Who's going to fall? And where they're going to fall? What's going to happen? It's some people that don't fit into the new era. Some people who happens to be.
Well, fuck it. You said it. Well, who the fuck don't fit into the new era? Give me two names.
Two names that don't fit into the new era?
Yeah.
Right now, Omos.
He ain't been fitting since WrestleMania last year.
That's what I'm saying.
So
he ain't. I don't wish nobody job to be gone from them, but it ain't looking too good for him. Right
Continue your house show runs.
Him, yeah, he's gonna be a house show guy, and he's just good for like Nigerians. Like him and Titus O'Neil, just all they do.
He's just good for Nigerians.
Yeah.
Not that he could be jobbed out or something.
No, he's connecting Africa to WWE.
So he could be a spokesperson, like he's Festus Ezeli with the Golden State Warriors. Or something?
Yeah,
Right,
he's that's what he is now. He doesn't. That's why you don't see him on TV.
No, because he does house shows.
He does house shows, and he's doing the spokesman stuff.
Oh, see, I didn't even see too much of the spokesman. I follow MVP on Instagram.
Oh.
So MVP always posting, but it was a one fan that was like, "We never see you on TV. That's because he does house shows, you idiot."
Yeah,
that's what MVP said. So.
Yeah, because that's what he does, and it's good. I would like to keep him on house shows. Don't put him on TV.
Not right now.
He don't need to be on TV right now. He should probably next time we see him is probably getting beat by Braun Breaker.
But he is learning though.
Yeah,
he's doing a lot of house show matches, so maybe that can help him later on. But he got to find a way to be mean.
You have to understand that new era is a part. The new era that's occurring in WWE is basically you have to figure out a way for you to you have to talk. You gotta be good. Everybody right now they could talk on the mic, and the ones who can't talk on the mic, they ain't even touching the mic, which is a great thing. The problem was we was having those who can't talk on the mic.
I was about to say AJ Styles, but you differ with that. But okay, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying? He's barely on the mic though. Well, he talked right before WrestleMania.
Now, he been talking a lot with the LA Knight storyline.
Well, with LA Knight, you have to talk.
Yeah,
because he would chew you apart.
Well, he chewed him apart the whole time. Well, no, not really. AJ kind of
he held his ground.
Yeah, he held his ground.
He wasn't like
he wasn't
trashed.
Matt Riddle, right?
Yeah, he wasn't trashed out. Like it was like he held his ground. But like Ricochet, right? We all know Ricochet can't talk on the mic. So where is his talking coming from? In the ring. I haven't heard a promo from Ricochet since this whole run.
No, he did have one. He had one backstage promo.
Oh yeah, when he was like, "I want to be in the gauntlet." That's the only time he talked.
Yeah. But what I think they should do with him, somebody else mentioned it, I don't even remember who, but they mentioned something else, make him a superhero or something. But I was like, put him back as Prince Puma. Put his mask back on. Let him be Prince Puma, no face, even though we kind of know who the fuck he is. But
how do you go about that?
I haven't thought about that. But
I thought about this. When you said that, this what came to my mind. We have a storyline that he's been disfigured.
Wow.
He's been disfigured.
By whom? The Judgment Day.
The Judgment Day. I'm okay with that. He's been disfigured. That's all it is.
And he don't need to win a championship, but put him in the storyline.
Yeah. Or you have him.
Or with Finn.
You have it set up with Finn. Finn did something happen where his face gets messed up, and Finn pulls out the demon. So he goes to Prince Puma.
There you go. Boom.
Boom.
It's a way to get him back in.
Yeah.
Because Ricochet's not working. Put him back as Prince Puma.
The theme song not working. He's good. He could go in the ring. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We know he could go in the ring.
He's even pause, no homo, whatever you want to say. He's even a handsome young man.
But
it's just something's not working.
He's not, because he seems too generic. You know why? Because we've seen him before. He literally, all he is Evan Bourne again. A black Evan Bourne. Tell me that something that he has done that Evan Bourne can't do when he was there.
I never seen Evan Bourne do the.
Evan Bourne used to do the same thing. Matt Sydal.
You didn't even let me say what the fuck he didn't do.
Like, goddamn. I thought you said you didn't watch. You didn't see.
No, I know who he is.
Oh, okay.
No, I've never seen Evan Bourne do the front flip to the outside or the back flip to the outside.
Oh, the cartwheel.
Yeah, but then land on your feet on the outside.
That is fire. That is fire.
Like, I've never seen Evan Bourne do that. Like, a little bit of Ricochet's athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of unmatched.
I can agree with that.
You be like, damn, how the fuck you do that shit? Like, if I twist that many times, like, something getting ruptured here, like, at the waistline.
I don't want to say his presence, but, like, it's just like, okay. He's a high flyer.
Right.
What else?
He got a ground game.
He got a ground game. Now, we go back to what we talked about. Actually,
his finisher's even dope.
Who was it? I can't remember who we talked about. I can't remember who said it, too. The biggest part of this... Oh, this is actually off the show. Off the Next Gen show. The biggest part of the whole entire WWE program is talking.
Right.
Personality. How does your personality show? His personality...
Does not show.
It just doesn't show. And
right.
he even, like, when he changed up his talk, where he like, listen here, Playboy. I'm like, that don't even sound like you. It seemed like you just forced that out your mouth just now. Something just didn't connect.
Sometimes us young black males just gotta talk like the niggas that we are.
We gotta talk
when we on camera at like that. Like, it's just entertainment anyway.
Yeah,
you gotta just talk.
We don't need you to be JTG.
Who the fuck was it that talked like that and just like fucking just worked?
Booker T.
There you go.
Booker T.
It just worked. We coming to get you, nigga.
Like that's actually him talking.
Right.
It's not like a joke. Like that's him.
Somebody else too. I can't think of it. Whatever. Well, I'll think of it later. Nah, it was a black male. I just can't think of who it is. Black gangster.
Oh, gangster. New Jack.
I want to say New Jack, but we knew he was crazy anyway, so that was already a given. But anyway, fuck it. Let's move on. Let's start the show off. Yeah. Let's start this off with the WrestleMania review. We're kind of a little bit behind in what everybody else be on, but let's just go ahead and get this out the way.
Yeah.
And by getting this out the way, let me say right quick.
Yeah.
The second best WrestleMania of all time.
I was gonna say my first.
Nah, night one was shit.
Night one was shit to you?
Night one was shit. Oh. Night one was terrible. Night one was boring. Night one was predictable.
To me, it's like
night one was terrible.
What's your favorite WrestleMania? Like, what's the best WrestleMania to you?
I said my favorite and the best one are two different things.
What's the best one to you?
The best one is 17.
Which one is 17?
Rock and Austin. Triple H Undertaker.
Yeah, that's a good one. Never mind.
That's the best one.
I can forget about that. I'll be forgetting.
Number 2 was 30.
Where does this one land?
I said number 2 was 30.
Oh, number 2 was 30.
40 just took it.
Okay.
So now 30 is number 3.
Okay.
That's how I got it.
I like that. For me, it's 17, 40, and then actually,
I'm waiting to hear this. What was your number 2 before 40?
22.
Damn, I never got to see that one live.
WrestleMania 22.
I never got to see that one.
I enjoyed that one so much, and I actually go back and watch.
Chicago?
That is Chicago. Edge. That's the Edge Mick Foley hardcore.
That was the last time they was inside.
Kane, Big Show versus Chris Masters and Carlito, which is crazy.
You know what? I hate that WrestleMania, and I watched it like 4 years after the fact.
Why?
I hate that Mania. I hate all the characters that were pretty much involved in WWE at that time. So just watching like 06 shit, I'd be like,
Mickey James versus Trish Stratus.
Now that was great.
The Money in the Bank match when Ric Flair gets hurt and he comes back out, and we're like, bro, he's like.
Why is 60-year-old Ric Flair, or 50 at that time? No, he probably was 60. Why the fuck was he in the Money in the Bank? That was the one with Matt Hardy.
Because that's the storyline that's going on. So he's in the middle of the storyline of the next time you lose, you're fired.
That went for 2 years?
I want to say he's in that.
3 years?
It might be.
Nah, hell no. Fuck no. That's wrong. Yeah, that's all.
Well, he's in Intercontinental title.
Yeah, this is Intercontinental title time.
Okay then. So I got to mix. I flipped him.
Yeah, 23 probably was around that time because 24 ended it.
Was when he retired?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I know he was in the Intercontinental title picture for a while.
Yeah, I was like, damn, was he? Does that shit happen back there? I said, I was watching when that stipulation had to happen.
He got hurt, and it's like, oh, man, that was a great pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. I did. John Cena entrance.
It was your era, though.
Yeah. Hey, that's what I'm saying. That's all. Those are characters that I'm like, okay, I'm down to watch this.
And now look, Carlito's back. Chris Masters is gonna come back too. He got to come back somewhere.
He need to come back in the Royal Rumble. He should have came back in the Royal Rumble.
Didn't he?
He looks the same. No.
Didn't he with hair? I thought he did come back in the Royal Rumble one time with hair.
No, he sends out the same promo every year,
like 2012 or some shit like
Chris
that.
Chris Masters in the Royal Rumble every year. He says it.
Shit.
And be like,
no, we're fine now.
I mean, night one. The first half of night one, I enjoyed. There was a block.
That first match was the Rhea and Becky. I give them respect.
Great.
After that, and I like the ladder match.
Was it better than the Charlotte match? Rhea
yes.
Charlotte?
No.
Okay.
But wrestling wise, entertainment wise,
with Becky being sick.
No, it was good. And Becky only gave us that face one time. That, oh my gosh, she kicked out face. She only did it once.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming, but she only did it once. So I was okay with that. But the match was still good. I knew Rhea was going to win.
The ladder match following made it even better to me. I think I care about match order.
And that's where I was going to go. I predicted the match order and how that was going to go before every match started, and I got it right. Then I predicted every winner, and I got it right. Not from this. I'm talking about just sitting here, just the whole feel of the show.
Okay.
And that's what just made everything to me like, fuck, this is so underwhelming because now I predicted everything. Like, nothing special really happened. I knew Cody was going to fucking lose.
I knew Cody was going to lose too.
Like, Cody taking this fall.
But I'm watching this with my brother. And
y'all was too hyped over there.
Oh man,
y'all was too fucking hyped. That's probably why your night one was cool because you had
we was amped up the whole entire time.
I'm right here by myself like this shit is whack.
I think we was watching a ladder match, and this is just something I just remember off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
This is around the end. Well, Grayson Waller grabs the titles, the SmackDown titles, and I go, oh man, they are splitting them. Okay, cool, great. And then I think right after that, like some moves later, I want to say Johnny Gargano hits the DDT on Pete Dunne through the table, which was nuts. Me and him both popped like, what?
DDT. No, I remember. Okay, I remember now.
Bro, that was,
the table.
And it looked nasty. And
nah. Pete Dunne just be on point.
Yeah.
He tucks his chin like a motherfucker and then just lay there like this.
He always goes down.
Yeah.
And every time. Him, and that's when right behind that, Tommaso Ciampa hits the air crash raid or whatever, the air raid off to the top of the ladder.
Which was crazy.
Crazy.
But I knew he was going to do it. I was like, no way he about to. I call it white noise still.
Yeah.
I was like, no way he about to hit the white noise on this. Oh, he hit it.
He hit it.
Crazy.
He hit it.
But it's more padding under the ring. But
and then.
Damn, the mic. Go ahead.
I think, so this come around the end of the match. Damian Priest is trying to get on the ladder. And the ref is literally like, hey, she's literally hitting Dame like.
No.
Like, don't go up there. The ladder's about to literally break.
Yeah, because that motherfucker bent.
It's bent in.
But he's climbing on the opposite side.
But she already trying to tell him, like, it's bent. Like, she knows the Miz is coming.
She been trying to tell him for a while.
Yeah, she kept hitting him.
Yeah.
If you pay attention, she's hitting him. Like, hey, stop.
And he was like,
Like, yeah, he's like, stop. What are you doing?
He didn't get it.
So when the Miz gets up there, I'm looking at this like, oh, bro, this shit's
going
buckle.
down.
This shit going. And I kept saying over and over, my brother's sitting there, he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, bro, that ladder's about to buckle, bro. Then I think they get down off the ladder, and then he tosses the ladder. And I was like, she literally tried to tell this man not to go up there.
Hold on, go ahead. Keep on.
Man, that whole moment, it just stood, like, I was sitting there, I'm like, man, this is scary. Because I think, I can't remember what match was that where the ladder does buckle. And it just makes it.
The Street Profits match. With a table break.
No. That's before then. That's before then.
Well, I know that match is before the Street Profits.
But I'm saying, this happened, I don't want to say it happened this year, but it happened recently. Where somebody was in a ladder match and the ladder buckles.
I know one time it happened to Shelton Benjamin. He tried to springboard one of the WrestleManias.
And the thing buckles.
The fucking ladder just buckles, and he goes down. He hits the rope.
Yeah, and it
arms
looks
first.
weird.
Yeah, because he could have hit neck first, but so happened it was arms first.
That's what it was.
But he was when Damien had the ladder, and the referee's telling him, I know Miz sees it, but first before Miz goes up, I believe R-Truth goes up first, and he's climbing on the side where it's broke.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right, this ain't cool. And I think he afraid of heights too, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So then Damian Priest knocks him off,
and then
he starts climbing, but the ref is like, no, like, yo. And when he finally sees it, he gets pissed off and throws the ladder outside the ring, and then goes to go get another one. I'm like, bro,
no, that's what it was. So when he throws the ladder out, R-Truth is trying to put another ladder in. He snatches the ladder from R-Truth, and they're like, I think R-Truth just gave him a ladder by mistake.
Oh, yes.
That, when they said that, it just made me laugh, because I was like, what? What do you mean by that?
And you know who said it? Corey.
Yeah, Corey. That's
Corey be trying to fucking cover that shit up.
And I'm okay with that.
I love it. I appreciate it. Because I was like, bro, he did look like, he did actually assist him and give him the fucking ladder, but he also was trying to get in the ring too, and then just said, fuck it, I'll wait for my spot. Yeah. So, but anyway, let's go back to the front. The Rhea Ripley match against,
oh, my bad.
Let me say it like this. Rhea Ripley defending the WWE SmackDown? The Raw women's title.
Just the women's world title.
One of the women's world titles against the man, Becky Lynch. I thought it was a fucking great match to open the show. I expected it to open the show. Yeah. Honestly.
Excuse me. I just heard reports.
I didn't hear no reports. Just going in, just raw, straight, fresh off of coaching.
Okay.
And refereeing and shit coming up here. So I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, I'm good with this. Becky better not win this fucking match though. I love Becky, but she's been doing a lot of promo. I know it's for the book, but she better not fucking win this belt. So as the match is going on, they say something about how she's sick. So it added more intrigue to me during the match just to see how she could keep up. And she was keeping up like a motherfucker, especially with strep throat, especially in 40-degree weather while it's cold as fuck. So you're sick and it's cold as fuck out there. So respect all to them girls. Great match. Of course, Rhea Ripley retains the world title. What was it? A top rope riptide?
What are you talking about? The ending match?
Yeah, the finish.
The finish was a riptide into the turnbuckle, then that turned into another riptide. She hit it.
There you go.
Back.
Boom.
When she hit the first one going into the turnbuckle, I was like, I ain't never seen her hit that.
What the fuck you doing?
Yeah, it threw me off. I was like, I ain't never seen you hit that. And then she did it, and I was like, okay, wait a minute. All right, I'll take it.
And then she hit that sale. I'm like, oh, it's over.
Yeah, I was like,
1, 2, 3 it.
1,
2, 3 it.
Other than that first, like, night one, after the ladder match, excuse me, y'all. After that, to be honest with you, didn't care about nothing else until that Sammy and Gunther match.
That was night one?
That was all night one.
I can't wait to get to that, but let's finish this out real quick. The ladder match.
Good match.
And announce the participants real quick for the people who don't know. You know people know.
For the ladder match?
Yeah.
Oh. 8-Time Down Under, Awesome Truth, Judgment Day, DIY, New Day, New Catch Republic.
Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
So those are the 6 teams, right? Which means there's 12 participants in this ladder match. I thought this was the best fucking match of the night. Well, the second best match of the night. To me. At first, for the longest, it was the best match of the night.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect it to be that at all. I thought it was going to be a fucking shit show.
I don't know why
full of people.
I don't know why you expect that.
Because I'm in my head, just me still like wanting to be a wrestler, thinking of like, fuck, so if it's 12 of us, how the fuck are we finna come up with this shit and talk about this? That's what I'm thinking about in my head, just like the clusterfuck. And then you all being in this ring or around the ring, the clusterfuck. Then with ladders, clusterfuck.
Right.
What's about to happen in this clusterfuck? And can you guys keep it tamed? And they kept that motherfucker tamed.
Yeah.
It was a great fucking match. Big spots. The biggest, scariest spot was the spot where I guess Pete Dunne was powerbombed into the ladder, where Tyler Bate was climbing up, and then the ladder kind of buckles and Tyler Bate falls on top of Pete Dunne.
When Damian Priest throws him into it. Yeah, that was scary.
That was scary as shit. I was like, oh, fuck.
That match, the ladder match, I looked at it as 2 separate matches. Because it was like a first half of the match
for the SmackDown titles,
and then the second half was for the Raw.
But the Raw side didn't last that long. It was like 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
It felt like it was 2 separate matches, and it felt like 2 different vibes.
It needed to be spaced out like that,
and that's what made me enjoy it a little more. Because it was like, oh, Grayson Waller won title. They had a little moment, and then I know where Grayson Waller gets powerbombed over the
and they're taken out.
That's how they get taken out.
They're gone. So now we're down to 5 teams,
and which
10
I
guys.
Was 100% okay with.
Period.
Because I'm like, oh. That's
now we're kind of regular Money in the Bank style here.
Now we're back to it. We're back to it. It's
right.
Cool.
And then 2 teams gonna take each other out anyway right now. So
which ended up
leaves
being,
with 8.
Then you get DIY and New Catch Republic basically taking each other out.
Right.
Which I was like, okay, bet. Now we're down to 8. We're down to Awesome Truth and Judgment Day.
And Judgment Day.
And the New Day. And the New Day gets taken out. Which I think to me, New Day was like the. They was like the vets.
I was gonna say like the common denominators in this to keep this thing.
They
were the glue. They were the glue.
They were the glue. So like they were involved in the SmackDown titles. They was involved in the Raw titles. They were just floating around the whole entire night.
Right.
They weren't having big spots.
Nope. They were just the glue.
Yeah. They weren't doing nothing crazy. Just they had one moment when they was going for the titles, and I think Kofi did a trust dive outside, and I think that was really
was it for them.
That was really it for them. They didn't really do much the whole entire night.
I want them to turn heel,
which I was okay with. I
want them to turn heel.
Yeah, but the problem is for them,
they do stuff with fans.
They're gonna be stuck in limbo until you get official word of what's gonna happen with Big E, and that's the truth.
I think they can turn heel. They just gotta bring out more personality instead of just the same old shit. Everybody's tired of it, but we still love Kofi. We still love Xavier.
Yeah.
They're just tired of the shtick.
Yeah.
So now, like how we were with Cena,
it's gotten stale.
Maybe it's time for you guys to turn heel.
And they've been heel before.
Yeah.
But what made them actually heel? Because they did the same exact thing.
What made them heel was, I believe it was Xavier Woods being a heel. At the time.
Him being obnoxious.
Because he was a heel when he first came in, and that's what started everything.
No, he wasn't. He was a babyface.
I don't remember him as a babyface. I remember him as a heel with the afro. No, with the curly afro.
He was a babyface.
With the suit on, and then that's when he came. Well, he probably was a babyface when he came in. But at this time, he was a heel. When he came out, he was a heel. Him and Big E were heels. Kofi was a babyface. When they started the New Day, Big E was a heel. Big E was beefing with Nick Nemeth, with Dolph Ziggler.
He was a babyface though.
I don't remember.
He ended up being a babyface. After they got done with him and Dolph Ziggler, he ended up becoming a babyface.
I don't remember that.
And that's when Xavier was just walking around going, "Aren't you tired of being laughed at?" Because that's how I knew, because he was a babyface at that time. He's like, "Aren't you tired of being laughed at?" And that's when they end up picking up Kofi with the same thing. "Aren't you tired of them just sitting here cheering you on all the time?" And then from there, they came back, and they were supposed to be baby faces. Then the crowd made them heels because no one liked the church choir. Remember they had.
But that was like weeks down the road.
What do you mean?
When the crowd tried to make them heels because of the church shit. But when Xavier came down, Xavier was a heel, and that's why everybody was kind of confused on which way they were gonna go.
Yeah.
And then they came out with, it's a new day. Because the whole thing was they were supposed to be the new nation of domination.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. They just became the New Day. And it was like, okay. And then it's church music now. So what the fuck? We went from being like, what is it? What do you call them? What do you call
pastors?
No.
Choir leader?
Militant.
Oh.
Like militant, like how the Black Panthers were, how
gotcha.
That type of party. How you go from being like real militant, salute, power to the people type of shit to being like, it was like, what the fuck? That's why the crowd started booing.
About it, but this kind of happened the same weekend, WrestleMania weekend. Thunderbolt Patterson.
My nigga.
Did you watch that?
No, nigga, I'm sorry, I said the N-word twice. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't usually do this shit on the show. I cuss, but I don't usually say that. Bro, I watched it today because Cornette was talking about it. I was like, no, I don't even want to hear what you got to say. Let me watch it first and then hear the response. I watched that, and I already know who he is because I know the old "if you move" and the "ooh" and all that. I know who the fuck Thunderbolt Patterson is. That fucking shit was hilarious. and it started to irritate me at the same time. I'm like, bro, hurry up. Like, just hurry up.
Tell
you preaching, you talking about, you doing a whole prayer.
One, I didn't know everybody stole all his stuff from him.
Me neither.
So the whole Dusty Rhodes thing, I was like, what?
What?
And then at first I was like, why is New Day introducing him? And he's the one who started. It's a new day. Yes, it is. That's his whole entire thing. He used to say that.
Didn't know that either.
And I'm looking at it like, bruh, the whole wrestling community stole everything from him.
Ask Candace what I was in here yelling at 1 o'clock today when I got home. I didn't fucking know that shit. What? New Day stole? Road Dogg stole this shit?
Road Dogg. Dusty?
The hip thing was all Thunderbolt?
I didn't know Macho stole it from him.
What?
Everybody.
What Macho stole?
The ooh yeah, all that.
Oh yeah, but
all of it, like that personality stuff like that was all him.
But I didn't know that shit either.
I didn't know that
because it's so crazy. Because I was like, you don't fucking deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, but whatever. I just ride with it.
You did say that.
I'll ride with it. But then when I'm listening to them do the whole the package, and I'm like, oh fuck, god damn. And then they're showing the ripoff after he do the original. I'm like, oh fuck. Maybe you do. I take that back, OG. You deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. They stole shit from
everything.
Yes.
And he wasn't getting credit for it.
Nah.
Clearly, like at this point, I'm sitting there.
No, people made fun of Thunderbolt Patterson. I was even one of them. Like the problem, if you move, all that shit. We used to make fun of that shit. I didn't know that Dusty took a lot of that, the jive talk and all that shit. Like, and I love Dusty to death. Like.
He had to come from somewhere.
3 Dusty figures. Like, I love Dusty to death. Like,
it had to come from somewhere.
Wow.
But it made me laugh because I'm watching it. And I'm from the South. So, like, he's literally like all the OGs and all the grandpas and everybody down in the South. So, when he first started off, he was like, can I pray for y'all?
First of all, like somebody grandpa.
Well, first of all, he got rolled out there. And when he rolled out there,
stood up to give Briscoe a hug, it took 15 minutes to stand up.
And I was like, oh man, they doing a video package for him to roll him down the way. I was like, okay. I didn't think nothing about it. And I'm like, okay, you know what? This is kind of crazy. I ain't never seen this happen.
Because he came out before the video package was even shown.
So I'm like, and the video package was a good wow. So then I'm looking at it. I'm like, who's this dude next to him?
One more time. They tried to cut to the package the first time when he got up to hug Briscoe, and then they cut it back off to show him hugging Briscoe, and then they went back to the package.
Then I'm sitting there. I'm like, who's this dude with him? And this dude's talking about his whole wrestling career. I'm like, okay, so he's talking about a wrestling career. So what is he gonna talk about? And I'm like, man, like,
is he gonna talk?
Yeah, I was like, is he gonna talk? What's going on? Man, he gets up there and pray, and I was like, oh man, this about to be good. Because I don't think in my head, like if you had to be growing up in the South, because like for me that was a normal Saturday, Sunday, so OGs like that would talk and they would ramble, just rambling and pray and talk and like tell you about how God is never, and like they're going, and he's saying a message, but
it took so long to get to the goddamn message. When he finally say stop killing each other, I was like, bro, it just took you that long to get there?
When the dentures came flying out, that had me rolling. I was done.
I did not catch that part.
Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. Because he's talking, and I know his dentures just fly out. It go, coom, it hits the mic, and then it pops back in. So it go, coom, and then they just slide right back in.
You know, I heard it was a pause and a point, and then he went back to talking. So was that what happened? I didn't see it come out. I just knew something happened.
It happened so fast. I was like, oh yeah, he used to that. He talking because he's looking down at it like this the whole time talking. So it's like, and it just pops back in. He doesn't, and that's how you know it happened before, because he didn't use his hand. It was a straight tongue action. Pull him back in. And he hit you with this is the OG Southern line. When they go, I don't want to keep you for long. Oh, brother, it's another 5 minutes behind it. It's another
5 minutes behind.
It's another
10.
5 to 10.
Another 10.
Every time.
Easy.
Every time. I was like, yo, this is what I needed. I needed him. I think he was the last person to talk, ain't it? No, that's what makes it even worse.
It was
well, man, that's what makes it better.
No, he took most of the time. It was only 15 minutes left by the time The Rock and his grandma had their time to do their shit. But it was like 10, 15 minutes left.
I kept seeing the memes, and everybody's like, Rocky, remember that time when you go over time on TV all the time? This is your revenge. Your grandma ain't getting no time. Or they was like, this how you know she ain't supposed to be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
she
shit.
She don't get a little bit of time. That's how you know she's not supposed to be in there.
Yeah, it was like 15 minutes left.
It just made me laugh. So, yeah, Thunderbolt Patterson, man. Give you a history lesson, man. That was probably the best. That was some good Hall of Fame. That was a moment I needed to laugh. I felt bad for Bull. Paul had a good speech. That was
Yeah, and then Rotundo and Wyndham.
Oh man,
it just was heartfelt for Bray, just losing Bray.
Yeah,
but the speeches were like boring.
Yeah.
They were the ones who kind of started putting people to sleep until Thunderbolt came out there.
Right, Thunderbolt
Patterson, man.
What a guy.
Now national treasure. I take back everything negative that I said. I apologize. All these thieves. You deserve a little bit more credit than that.
Everybody was like, "Why is he going in the Hall of Fame?" And I'm looking at him like, "Man, there's a reason."
There has to be. There better be.
Triple H don't just put people in, just to put people in.
Man,
everybody has a reason and a history in wrestling. So like, people was like, "Why is Great Muta?" Like last year was Great Muta. Why is Great Muta going in there?
But Muta was
he never been in WWE.
Don't matter. He was in WCW and they own WCW. So
yeah, and he was a huge part of Japanese wrestling. He's literally the reason why we have Shinsuke Nakamura, why we have Asuka, why we have Kairi Sane.
Especially Asuka. Like Asuka's whole shtick is Great Muta. Especially now.
So it's like, bro, it's a reason why, especially with Vince, he used to just throw anybody in there.
Yeah, Vince didn't care. He didn't get you that racist ass Japanese music.
Snoop Dogg and fucking anybody that he just happened to forget that he's like, yeah, shit, we could just throw him in there. No one cares.
Speaking of, Snoop Dogg had like 4 fucking segments at WrestleMania.
Man, but he was hilarious on commentary.
Yo, yeah.
All night too. That was hilarious.
Bam, bam. What?
whip him. I'm like, yo, he like Booker T right now. This is great. I was having a good time. But
as we talk about that, fuck it. I know we skipping one, but we'll go back to it. Since we talking about Snoop, we're just gonna go straight to this one. The whack performance by Wayne. And Wayne is my favorite artist. Anybody that knows me knows that Lil Wayne is my favorite artist. That was kind of embarrassing, except for the part that when he kind of started getting Jay amped up. It's on you, Oos. It's on you. Like that part right there was like, all right, now that's all you should have did the whole time coming out. We didn't need the Millie song.
He lied because he said
he's gonna debut a new song.
And I'm like, where the new song at? And then you come out here. And first of all, if you don't know,
he couldn't get the clench probably.
First of all, if you don't know, Lil Wayne, he doesn't remember his lyrics. So that's one thing, just to let you know. Because he said it multiple times in multiple interviews. He doesn't remember his lyrics because he's rapped so much. He doesn't have verses. He doesn't say lines that he said before. So if you go to his performances or like his concerts, he literally has the lyrics up on a little monitor. While he's rapping, he reads them and he improvises as he goes.
As much as
in that moment,
not finish this.
Go ahead. In that moment, he needed those lyrics.
No, he didn't. He said the lyrics on point. He was right. It just was no energy or shit. But I'm glad that you said that. I never knew that because that was a problem I always had. I could never fucking remember my whole lyrics to my whole songs when I had to do performances. Yeah. So it was always hard. So those parts I would cut off, and hopefully the guy who was up there with me, he knew that part. Or if not, then I just leave it blank, and then I come in at the end bar.
Yeah,
like that's because I couldn't remember it.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it was a stage thing, but now I can remember it now that I'm older.
Right.
But Wayne, he doesn't write shit on paper.
He doesn't write nothing down.
It's all up here, so they just jumble. It's like fucking dyslexia.
And he doesn't have, and like people don't understand that his raps. They're not the same. They're all of them. There might be some rare bars you might hear. That's like, oh, he kind of said that in this other song. That doesn't happen much for him. So
he used to.
He said like, yeah, he used to like when he was younger. He just repeats.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh you. Oh, of course.
Hot Boy days. Oh
man,
yeah.
They was using the same
recycle.
Juvenile
Rinse and
said
repeat.
the same line over and over. I think it's like, give me the keys so I can get this beef.
Give me the keys to the Rover truck so I can get this beef shit over.
He said that like 3 or 4 songs.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, that's how it was back in the day. But now he can't do that.
You can.
Well, you can.
These dudes be repeating the same 2 bars 4 times at the end of their verse.
That's what make Lil Wayne great. That's because he ain't gonna give you the same bars over and over again.
Nah, that's where I got it from. But
so
I ain't gonna talk about myself. But yeah, but the performance was
But the
trash.
hype on Jay got me hyped.
Yeah, okay. Let's go. Ooh, that was dope.
You, Oos?
I'm like, hell yeah, it is on you. You better fucking win this shit because the little brothers never won. So you better fucking do this shit. Well, the good guy brothers never won.
Then they go out there and give us that trash match. I don't want to talk about that. Super kick galore.
Thank you. Thank you.
Trash.
I hit the mic again. Thank you. Fuck, goddamn it.
That
Usos.
So trash.
Y'all Bay Area boys just like me. I love y'all to death. Went to school with family members. What the fuck was that?
That was 10 minutes too long.
That was literally the match that you guys had in the living room back in 1995, 1996. And how I know? Because me and my little brother used to have the same fucking match full of super kicks galore.
Oh, you're getting up.
Oh, you're not supposed to get up. You got to stay down. I got to pin you. Now I'm going to get my splash. That was the match.
That shit was garbage.
So I love you guys, but I knew that was going to happen. And
I knew it was going to happen.
And in my figure world, what I did with the match, it was quick. It was Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus from WrestleMania 29 or 28.
Bow.
One move, Solo tried to attack. It didn't work. Jay got the quick super kick and the splash off the top. It was over. That's how it should have went. Nobody would have gave a damn. Nobody would have batted an eye.
No one would have cared. Truly, super kick, throw him off the rope. So Samoan drop, go to the top, splash him, done. And
we got time for this long ass 48-minute match that we got at the very end.
Because especially what the entrance is gonna take forever.
Period.
So we already cut time by that point.
Yep.
Why come out there with that garbage super kick? Y'all basically did a chop off with super kicks.
And this is a match I rehearsed.
I want to know who the producer was.
Oh man,
who produced that one?
I don't know, but it's crazy you said that because so many people have been saying that, and I was like, damn, I don't want to give it a negative shit because I love
Jordan.
The Usos. They Bay boys like me, so I don't be wanting to say negative shit. But when other people say it, I can be like, okay, yeah, now I ain't gotta.
No,
it was shit.
Only reason I say that it was I have this feeling about this match is we've seen what Jay could do in the ring,
which is the same.
Jimmy. Not much.
Which is the same.
Well, yeah.
Which is the same.
Super
kick. Ass to somebody's face in the corner because they're sitting down in the corner. A Samoan drop and a splash.
Yeah.
That's it.
They need to be back as a tag team.
Yes.
Boom.
Or just come up with more moves. Do more moves in your match.
To be honest with you, I feel like the only reason this match occurred is just because they wanted it, but just so we could keep bringing up that Brett and Owen match. Because they talked about that match over and over. They mentioned it so many damn times leading up to this match. Brett and Owen. They even threw Natalya ass on the fucking TV. He was like, my favorite match is Brett and Owen. No shit. Because your daddy ain't had no other good fucking match. I don't remember the Hart Foundation having a good match at WrestleMania that I can remember. So guess what? What's the only match that everybody else gonna remember? Brett and Owen. Yes, we got it. Thank you. Because you clearly wasn't gonna bring
the match against the Nasty Boys at WrestleMania 7 was pretty fucking good. And the Nasty Boys won it. Besides that, they never had a match really at Mania. They were in the Battle Royal at 2. 3, they were in a 6-man. 4, they was in the Battle Royal. 5, they won, who they face at 5? God damn it. I don't remember who they faced at 5. 6, they faced the Bolsheviks and beat them in 3 seconds. And then it was the Nasty Boys and it was over.
Well, to me,
they faced Valentine and Hunky Tonk Man.
That match is trash. The Jade Cargill one, everybody predicted that. Naomi get beat down. Bianca gets a little beat down, but Jade comes in and be the superhero.
Now, the one thing I did want to speak on about that match, only one thing, and I said it to you, I text you when it happened, was during when Kyrie came off the top onto Jade.
Oh, yeah.
And Jade threw her ass down and said, "You went the wrong way." I thought that was whack. That was a little unprofessional. That was the arrogance showing. And I love Jade Cargill. So I don't be wanting to put that on her. You know what I mean?
Now you sound like Mark Henry.
Because I don't, how can I say this in a nice way? I see how our women act sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't be wanting to see that in them on TV. I look at you in a different way. Bianca carries herself a certain way. Yeah. But I know it could come out.
Yeah. I get you. I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
That's it. So when she did that to her, I was like, why? Yo, like, and Kyrie, like, this small. Like, you can break her. Like,
yeah. Anytime.
That was pointless.
Anytime.
Just, it is what it is. You're new. So you fucked up twice right after that. You fucked up twice right after that.
She did.
So it was like, yo, that was kind of whack. So I hope you kind of apologize to her in the back. Because besides that, though, the match was good. It was what it needed to be.
It was what it was. It was the shortest match on the card, which made sense. Jade can't go in the ring like that. We still trying to wait to that moment. But the match following that was Sammy and Gunther, which I didn't expect Sammy to win. Sammy was getting his ass beat that whole match. And I mean, he got his ass beat. To the point where I started going, Sammy shouldn't win this match. At that point, I was like, Sammy shouldn't win this match, but he's probably going to win this match. But I was like, I prefer Gunther to win this match, to be honest with you. So but to me, it was great storytelling. I love the entrance for Sammy, like with his kid, like don't bring him out there. I was like, okay.
That was before the match. I thought that was a pre-show, but you're right.
Kevin pushes him, like amps him up, like get him hyped. I was like, okay, he's ready for a fight.
Well, no, you better been ready for that fight. But didn't Chad Gable see him first and was like, "Aren't you coming with me?" No, I'm not coming with you. You need to do this alone. And then he seen Kevin.
He did this afterwards. So it was like his kid leaving.
And then Chad, and then it was Kevin Owens at Gorilla.
Yeah,
or right before Gorilla. So that right there, I was like, okay, here we go. This is the match of the night because everything else to me has kind of been like blah.
Yeah,
this is now. Let's start Mania now. Fuck it. So. The match starts off, of course, with a fucking bang. These two guys just chopping the fuck out of each other.
Yeah.
Gunther hit him so hard with a chop, I felt it. I was like, oh.
Every time.
Oh, shit.
Every time, man.
But the first one, it popped.
Every time.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, the forearms.
I think Sammy lit Gunther's chest up to the point where Gunther had a bruise on his chest. Instantly.
The whelps. Yeah.
He had whelps on his chest. And I'm like, okay.
Gunther, you got to fucking fight.
You better fight. This is a fight for your life, Sammy.
Every match with Gunther is a fight for your life.
Yeah. You're in the ring with a great white shark.
Yes, and he's ready to fucking eat.
Every time.
But he has to fucking chop you down to be able to get you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
he ain't gonna. It's not one bite. He's picking the bones.
Mm-hmm. With a fork.
Yeah.
God damn it,
Sammy, you gotta fight. You gotta fight as much as you can.
With your wife at ringside.
Oh man, and I think that was the most I've seen Gunther talk trash.
Oh yeah. Do you want to come in and help him?
Man,
come on.
After every move, Gunther's looking at the wife.
And I'm like, is he gonna hit her? I'm like, is he gonna pull her in the ring?
I'm like, are we about to have a macho man moment when like Elizabeth runs out and gets into the ring and hugs Macho?
I thought we was about to.
I was like, man, because the way he talking to her, I'm like, man,
she's about to get in this ring.
Like he is whipping Sammy's ass and just looking at her like, I'm doing this. This is your man's. Like this your man's.
This your man's.
You send him in here. Good thing you didn't bring the kid. I think he said that. He was like, good thing you didn't bring your son. He said something along that line. And I'm like, man.
Shit. That's all I can really say.
But Sammy's underdog. But we was going to ask later, but we're right here. Where do we go?
Hold on. No, before that. That fucking brain buster off the top rope was fucking amazing.
The fat people call that a botch. And I was like, brother, you don't know.
Like you didn't know I didn't know what he did either, but I knew he meant to do it.
Oh, I saw it.
And I had to rewind it. I was like, oh, he's did that before.
He done it before.
I was like, oh my God, but to do that with Gunther big ass?
Gunther's so fucking big.
With Gunther big ass? Now thank God it's not Gunther from NXT, but still, man. 6'4", 6'5", 275 pounds.
I want to say Kevin does that same move, but he does it going out towards the center of the ring.
And he turns.
Yeah, he turns center going toward. He still.
Sammy just dropped down.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
That's what it was. I was like, somebody else does that move. Kevin does it going outwards. Sammy just drops. Man, it just looked so nasty.
So nasty. And he got the 3 off. I was like, oh. Because he hit like 2 haluva kicks earlier in the match and he didn't get it. So I was like, oh, yeah, you're not winning that.
But he did that move, then a haluva kick right afterwards.
Did he?
Yeah.
Gunther got up after that?
He dropped him into
the
corner.
Hey, if he did, he did. I'm not going to argue with it. I don't remember.
He dropped him into the corner because the commentator was like, oh, what the hell?
We all was like, what the hell?
And then after that, Gunther gets in the corner and then haluva kick, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I didn't even remember him haluva kicking him, but if he did, kudos to Gunther for even fucking standing back on your feet after taking that shit.
That shit was so crucial. And I was like,
and to trust Sammy to do that, I would trust Sammy to do it, but
fuck,
I wouldn't trust a lot of people to do that shit. I wouldn't do it.
I only say like moves like that. So that move, there's a move that Sammy does outside when he jumps through the turnbuckle,
the DDT,
and does the DDT. That move is up there. Those two moves I can think of.
But
right
I can
now.
Protect myself doing that because I'm the one that catch.
Moves that you can't. He doesn't do those much anymore. Now that he's got kind of bigger, Sammy got kind of bigger now. So he doesn't pull those moves out like that. So when he does them, I think it's so important. I love that he does
it's big matches.
It's a big match.
It's like Punk hitting the Pepsi plunge.
Yeah, it's not like he's gonna do it every time.
Ooh, do you think he can now?
Who? Punk?
Punk.
Yes.
But I'm saying in WWE, now that Vince is gone, you think they would allow him to do it now?
There was never a problem with it.
Yes, it was. They banned it. That's why he chose to go to sleep, and that was Hideo Itami move, or Kenta's move.
But I'm saying it didn't make no sense to ban it anyway. What was so dangerous about it?
Because Triple H was on the card. Triple H has the pedigree.
Oh, yeah,
and it's a top rope
I
pedigree.
forgot his pedigree. He does pedigree.
Yeah.
I forgot. That's why. Because when you say it's banned, I'm thinking because it's a danger.
Well, it could be, but I don't see it.
But yeah. I think we could do Pepsi Punch now. But I just think now, those are great moves. I like when wrestlers pull out moves for big matches. Mm-hmm. They don't need to be used every single time.
Right. No, I agree.
I enjoy it. I'm one of those people that enjoy that, man.
Yeah, the big moves. But we can't do that segment yet. Oh. Because we need to get to night 2. So let's just speed through this shit.
Okay. The tag team match, Blazy Bloodline Rules match.
Fucking the longest match in WrestleMania history, or if not the second longest match, probably after the Iron Man match.
Did it feel like that for you?
Yes.
Okay.
When we got to the 30-minute mark, when we got to the 30-minute mark, I'm like, yo, what can we? All right, where's the finish?
But I'm one of those people that be reading reports, so I knew the Becky was gonna be the first match, and I knew they was trying to go 45 minutes for this match. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching with my brother, and man, it felt like time. Time was flying by watching with my brother, because me and him were both like, because we're both sitting there like, oh, so this is Bloodline Rules match. Basically, you get back-to-back nights of Bloodline Rules. Okay, cool.
True.
And when I watch it with my brother, he's a huge Cody fan, so I had to play the heel the whole entire time. So I'm with Bloodline the whole time. So like, it's just a good setup of like, he's like, man, how did Rock do that? And I'm like, because that's Bloodline Rules.
He one of them fans. Why the Rock would do that?
He's like, bro, you telling me this man? Because I think it was at this point that Rock tells the referee, if you count us out, I'm going to fire you.
Which is crazy.
And my brother's like, bro, you can't do that, bro. Can he do that? I was like, he the final boss. He does whatever he wants.
No, you should have said, well, he is on the board.
Yeah, I told him that. He was like, he on the board? I was like, yeah, he's technically everybody's boss.
Just cashed out $9 million.
He can do whatever he wants. And he's the owner of the UFL.
A month.
So he does whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Do whatever he wants, bro.
And that's why the referee was like, well, I can't.
I love Corey.
I can't do
love
anything.
what Corey said. Oh, no, it wasn't Michael. I think Michael was like, the referee just went over to Cody and said, I'm sorry, I can't do anything. And I was like, I wasn't paying attention to the referee. So when he said it, I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah, the referee was like, I can't do anything.
He's like, I can't do anything. And Michael's like, that is ridiculous. I'm like, good call, Mike. Thank you for letting, because I truly was not paying attention to the referee at all in that moment, because I'm like, man, the Rock, whole entire time Rock is in that ring, I'm thinking, hope nothing happens. Let's see.
You know, I didn't. I just was like, where are we going here?
I think he slips and falls one time.
That shit was comedy.
Hilarious.
No, he slipped mad. Twice then.
Then he got mad.
He slipped twice. He slipped outside the ring and he slipped inside the ring by the ropes. He slipped twice.
Because they stepped in that water.
Is that what it was?
The hydration station was out there.
Okay.
And they hit it, and all you see is water on the floor.
Okay, because he was. Then he got back in the ring, and then nigga tumbled.
He tumbled in the ring. Like, he got mad because he was, and then he was
embarrassed.
Like, then you just see him like wipe his feet, because like I'm like, oh, they done been in that water.
That shit was.
I'm like, why was a hydration station out there anyway? But whatever, I guess it's not even that hot. It's cold.
So, no. The Logan Paul match is tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm like, why is the hydration out there? Like, bro, what's going on?
You already got the label in the middle of the ring. Like, you don't need that shit outside.
I was okay with it.
I love it.
As long as it wasn't that blue and red one like they had on SmackDown.
Nah, it should have been a WrestleMania sign, like WrestleMania 12. Like, that was the last time we got a mark in the ring like that. It was WrestleMania 12.
That would have been cool. Or they could have. Would you think if they did WCW wise, it would have been ugly? They did the prime bottle in the middle.
I love the WCW.
WWE sign in each corner.
Oh, in each corner.
Yeah, like how WCW used to do it for Slim Jim.
That's cool, but
it's too much.
Yeah,
to me,
I like when they actually have the logo like in the ring.
But yeah,
like that shit. Okay. Like I like the logo in the ring. Cool. Like
I like it
because we know when they do the far out camera angle
or the one looking down,
the overhead. Yeah, it's just a beautiful look, and then it's a brand. So
I think the prime bottle was cool. I didn't have a problem with it, but it was a lot of marketing, a lot of advertisements. Minute Maid.
We didn't even get to night 2.
Wingstop and everything. But yeah, night 2. I think either you said it, and you was like Rollins should start off the first night.
Yep.
And when he came out, I was like, okay, that's great. Now you can't just be like, oh, he had enough time to rest.
Well, now I figured it because anyway he was getting his ass whooped so much in the match, and then he looked like he kind of came up a little hurt.
Right.
At the end, I was like, oh, well, it's perfect because he's probably going to lose to Drew anyway. So, first match, you got no time to recover. Right. If you don't have him lose, this is his out. He won't get hurt. It won't damage his character or nothing.
Right.
And then the pre-show, Drew was talking to Pete Rosenberg, and they was walking up to Gorilla. And I'm like, why he so close to – oh, they going first. They going first because he right here at Gorilla. And then he was like, why you got to go? And he didn't go back down the ramp. He stayed at Gorilla.
Gotcha.
And there was like 15 minutes left, 10 minutes left. I'm like, oh, yeah, they're starting with this. I'm like, okay, let's go.
I love Seth Rollins' entrance. I don't want to scream, but I enjoyed it so much.
I love his entrance, but I fucking hate his attire, man.
That attire was crazy, but the entrance was lit. And
which was crazy, night 1 or night 2?
The attire. First of all, night 1, he had put that shit on. Night 1, he put that shit on. Night 2, I was like, yo, I don't know what's going on, but whatever. Man, when he walked out there night 1 with the hat on the side, I was like, "Oh, this nigga, he got money. he got money."
He was looking like a black church granny at the plantation back in the 1930s. Oh, what the fuck do he got on? And he needed the referee or the ring announcer to help take the shit off because he couldn't unzip it.
What did Corey say? He was like, Liberace's rolling over in his grave. Somebody said something.
No,
like
Punk said that.
That's what Punk said that on night 2. I was like, I started
Punk
dying.
said that. Liberace said he's rolling over in his grave looking at this goof.
I was dying, bro. I could not stop laughing.
And I was like, you know what? I ain't never thought about Liberace, but is that who the fuck he's trying to emulate? Because these attires are atrocious. I'm sorry. I'm just full-fledged man, so I be looking at this shit like this is equivalent to a man wearing a dress in fucking Tyler Perry movie.
Man, I enjoyed it. Every time I see Seth Rollins on the pay-per-view, I just know it's Fashion Week. It's Fashion Week every time.
Man, can the gala give him a shot?
Give him one.
Just let him just do it.
The drip god. Come on, man.
You can call him a drip god, whatever the fuck you want to.
But
Becky's the drip god.
I guess.
She's probably the one coming up with this.
Every time I think about Becky, that's literally the first thing that comes to mind when I see Becky Lynch's name. I'm like, damn, this bitch need an inhaler. This bitch need an inhaler. God damn.
Let's move on.
Yeah, Damien Priest cashed in, which I thought was great. CM Punk beat down Drew McIntyre. The whole time I'm sitting there like, Drew, why did you go to the back?
Wait, damn. Okay, I don't want to go too far behind or get too far behind. So I'm going to say it quick. The match was fun because it started off like a Brock Lesnar match. Boom. It was just boom. I thought it was over right there with the Claymore.
I thought so too.
I was like, if that's it, I'm fine with this. But we go a little like 10 more minutes, 5 more minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Nothing but big moves.
Yeah.
Big match. I loved it. But then when we get to the end, when Drew hits the Claymore, I was like, oh, no, not like that. It's just so anticlimactic. But all right, fuck it. Give him his win. Then Seth tells him at the end, he said some shit talking shit at first, but then he said, no, you fucking deserve it, man. And he was fucking crying.
Yeah.
And I could read lips very well. Yeah. I could tell he said, no, you fucking deserve it. So I was like, oh, that's a dope moment. Then Drew goes outside to fuck with Punk. And I'm like, why are we doing this?
Give the title to the girl.
I still don't have no clue where they're finna go with this. It's not popping in my head.
What do you mean?
I'm not knowing where the fuck they finna go with this. I'm just like, why are you fucking with Punk?
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen.
I'm like, no, this is what I'm saying. So him and Punk going at it.
Their own WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, okay, well, you just gonna fuck with him now? And then you gonna raise the title in front? Okay, whatever. Let's get it over with. Then when Punk leg sweeps him, I'm like, oh, we got action. I bet you he ain't really hurt no more. I bet you he's healed. And then he took I said, I knew it. He's healed. He's ready. And then the Damian Priest music, I'm like, no fucking way. I didn't expect this shit.
And then I think what I enjoyed was one, he took the brace off. And I'm like, is he healed? I'm like, I don't think he's fully healed though.
And he hit him with that arm.
Then he hit him with the brace. And then after that, he blows the kiss to his girl. And I was like, oh, wow. When he did that,
you know what he did? That's why I was like, is he a heel now?
And that's why I was like, oh, wow. And then I know a Dame came running down, and he clocks Drew with this.
But he hits him with that briefcase.
It hits him so hard, the briefcase flies. Because if you don't know, pay attention. He hits him,
and the briefcase just
it just flies away.
It just fumbles.
And he goes back, grab it, and gives it to the ref. Which I love that the ref didn't go, do you want to cash it in? Do you want to cash it in?
No, he's telling you, I'm cashing this bitch in now.
And before we get, because I know we're almost done with WrestleMania. Shout out to Samantha. Up there, top two. I
send you that text telling you that?
Yeah, you sent that to me.
Okay.
And it was literally while I was thinking it. So when you sent it, I was like, yo, that's crazy.
Okay, because I'm like, wait a minute. I'll say top two. She's number two.
Behind Fink.
She can't touch Fink because Fink I feel like he was born to be a ring announcer. That voice was born to do that. But Samantha, the emotion, the passion that she puts in it.
A lot of people called it cringe, and I was like,
why?
It makes it realistic.
She knows these motherfuckers in the back. She sees them every day.
Yeah.
She knows the story.
She doesn't know. That's the thing.
She doesn't know what?
They don't tell her the result.
No, she'll know the finish, but she knows the story. She knows the real history.
Yeah.
She's been there for a while.
Right.
For at least like around 7 years. She's been there for a fucking minute.
Right.
So when I'm saying, she knows these guys.
Yeah.
So she can get emotional when they fucking win because she knows them. You don't think that she's not cool with Brandy?
Right.
So that makes her more emotional when she's announcing Cody Rhodes as the winner? Like,
right. But it was just the fact that when Damon cashes in, like you could hear her like it's kind of like a rush. Mm-hmm. So like, Damian Priest is cashing in, like she's saying
it's a surprise.
She's saying it quick. Like, oh shit. Like
she didn't know.
She doesn't know. So he wins and she's like, and her voice is cracking while
winner.
Yeah, like she's saying it fast. But it's like, it makes, to me, I'm like, oh, she didn't fucking know what's going on.
Yeah.
So,
they don't. They usually don't.
Which I enjoy.
The people at ringside usually don't know the finish unless they ask.
Right.
Like they usually don't know. Announcers don't usually know the finish because it doesn't make it as real for them if they know the finish.
Right. Which I enjoyed it, and I think Samantha made the whole time moment better.
She made that WrestleMania I don't think about it anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or no, let me rephrase that. I do think about it now. I didn't used to think about the ring announcing. When Chimmel or fucking Lillian Garcia or anybody else was doing ring announcing, I didn't fucking think about them people.
No emotion.
But when Fink did it, damn Fink, it made it feel like a special fucking moment. Now we have that again with Samantha. Now maybe people hating because she a female, but it's like I don't give a fuck. Like yo,
big fight Phil. When
they show her like on WWE on their Instagram page and they have the camera angle at her, you see how much long and like it's phlegm going into that goddamn announcement. So shout out to Samantha.
That's all it was. Like Tony and Justin, who else? I'm getting Lillian. There was no emotion.
They just talk.
They just talking, and you could tell they're just talking. So it's like with Samantha, it's like
it's emotion.
Emotion there. She knows. She does. Mm-hmm. She's a fan like us.
Correct, but she just so happens to ring announce and be fucking great at it.
Right. So yeah, just flying through it. Pride was one. The table broke, but everybody still enjoyed the match. Bubba Ray came out there. It was a good time.
That was a surprise. The Bubba Ray thing was. I was like, what the fuck? Is that Bubba Ray?
Threw me off.
Is that Bubba Ray? I text you. I was like, is that fucking Bubba Ray? She was like, that is.
Shirt tucked in.
The fuck is Bubba doing that against the ref?
I thought they would have Sandman or some random person. But
I didn't think of no fucking other referee in general. I thought it would be a regular referee.
Then you had Snoop Dogg on commentary,
which was funny. But when the table broke, I gotta shout them out. When the table broke, instead of just carrying Cross Lane there while all three of them try to go get another fucking table, they beat the shit out of Karrion Kross until they got that other table in the ring. I appreciate that shit instead of them like, why the fuck is he still down? He can get up now.
Yeah. They just went to beating his ass.
Especially Montez Ford.
That's what it was. I wrote this down. I was surprised when they said Paul Ellering never been at a WrestleMania.
That's a lie.
Oh, that's what I thought.
That's a lie.
He's been there with Road Warriors, right?
Yes. WrestleMania 8.
That was his
They didn't wrestle.
What you mean?
They didn't wrestle.
What did they do?
They talked to Gene. They had an interview with Gene in front of the crowd, and that's when they announced Paul Ellering. And Ellering came out. I think he came out with the dummy. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But Ellering absolutely came out. I can show you the footage. My Road Warriors and what I'm here to do.
I believe it. Because they was like, when they came out, they was like, this is the first time Final Testament's first. All of them was their first WrestleMania.
Yeah, not Ellering.
And even Paul Ellering. I was like, I don't believe that.
Yeah, you were right to not believe that. He was at 8.
That one.
WrestleMania 8.
But
the second thing on the card.
Other night was good. I enjoyed that match. That was a great match.
I thought it was a great match too.
Speed, man. Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. I'm gonna just put straight to the
second match of the night, the second best match of the night.
Man, when Speed came out, I started dying laughing.
I didn't know who the fuck he was. I'm old, so
yeah. But like for me, Speed, I don't watch the screams and everything. I just know he barks, and it's just hilarious. He just does hilarious shit. And just when he took the mask off, he started barking at Randy. I was like, yo, what's going on here? Then he started cursing too much. And I was like, oh, come on, Speed, you got to remember.
That's when I text you, like, he cursing too much.
But then they probably told him in the back. But Speed, the screamers, they don't never follow none of the rules.
Nah. But you need to.
But then Randy barked at him and RKO'd him. I started dying laughing.
I ain't gonna lie. Randy looked like he got pissed off for a second.
Yeah.
He looked like he got irritated.
With the cursing. I think it was the cursing.
I think it was too.
And then he Sparta kicked him. And I was like, God.
But no, he really fucking RKO'd him on that time.
Oh, yeah.
He went up with it and came down with that shit.
I was like, God.
He didn't just grab and come down like he usually do.
And I was like, you got to understand, Speed, like, first of all, Speed is only like 18. That's one.
And like probably 110 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, it's like soaking wet. Maybe 100 pounds or less. That's it.
And Randy grabbed that neck and he went up. I was like, oh, he stunned RKO'd him, man. Boy,
had some sting on it.
And after the show, you could see Speedy he got a neck brace on, and he was like, "Hey, fuck you, wrestling's real." I was like, "All right, respect. Now you got my respect with that."
I was like, man, because Speed is hilarious. But if you don't know, Speed is like the guy. He's up there in the screaming world. So he has like 3 million people watch him alone, and that's on a bad night.
Well, I respect those guys because this shit ain't easy.
But
see, we struggling.
Yeah, that was a good match. I think that was a good match. Bailey and Io falling that was.
Now fuck you. That was still a good match.
Well, that was a good match to me. I mean,
and the crowd made that even better match because the crowd was behind Bailey the whole fucking time.
Oh man, they were singing the whole time.
Yes, and that's what made me really enjoy the match.
Io, I think it was Io, man. It was like Bailey. Every chance Bailey had a chance to like get back in the match, Io shut that shit down quick, and I enjoyed that. And it was not like sloppy. It was fluent.
Nah, nothing in that match was sloppy. I don't think it was one botch.
The only thing that made me laugh was Bailey entrance. I was like, yo, why?
What was the entrance again?
They was carrying her. And I was like, why are y'all carrying Bailey right now?
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, she look heavy.
Yeah, and I was like,
the dude in the front on the left-hand side was struggling. And when they had to kneel down to put her down, he was shaking. I'm like, oh, he's struggling, bro.
I was like, why
I wouldn't have did that shit.
Y'all should just had the cable. I said King Mabel. I was like, just have the King Mabel, man. Come on, man.
That was crazy.
That one's. I feel like that is easier to manage. Because just weight-wise is easy to manage. Because if you're on top of somebody's shoulder, if I shift one way, this person's going to struggle, this person's not. So it's kind of hard to manage my weight.
I agree.
On the platform is easy where I'm like, I'm sitting here, this is where all my weight is at. Guess what? From now
or when you got to go down the ramp and then it's like, it's at a tilt. So
that's the thing. They stopped at the top. So they didn't have to go down. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, y'all should just have it on the platform or just carry it out. She's sitting in the throne. Then you put it down and then she just stands up.
Yeah, but they, like I said, they wouldn't have been able to get that platform through
you said that, and I was like, what? how else do we get all the other stuff?
They would have had to make this set to where it could lift up.
Well,
and then walk through.
Everything was already lifted anyway.
Nah, it wasn't. Oh. It was just a big ass LED screen.
You're right. Oh yeah.
They would have had to have the screens lift up to get her through, because even Cody came from under.
He came from under the ring.
So, you know what I mean? But
came from under the thing. He had the mask on.
Yeah.
But that was a good match. I enjoyed it. Then you got the Cody and Roman. Big fight feel. Huge mega fight feel. I'm talking about I had goosebumps the start of this match. Is how much because I'm sitting there like I said, my brother's a huge Cody fan. So we're sitting there and we're both hyping up Cody like, Cody, you can't go in this match weak. Ain't no crying here. He done talked about your mama. He done talked about your daddy. He said you was a mistake. Like, we're sitting there talking into the screen like a coach.
I don't think he ever talked about his mama.
Who?
Roman. That was Rock.
Fuck it.
Because we tie him in.
We knew he was gonna come. We knew Rock was coming to show up. He's gonna show up. So it's like
it took a while too, which surprised me.
I enjoyed it. And I was gonna say that I enjoyed before Jimmy came out, because I think Jimmy was the first one to come out. Before that, they were having a match.
But that was a finish, though. Yeah, they had a whole match.
They had a whole match, and it wasn't like it was hardcore rules, none of that. They had a couple weapons, but they was having a full match.
It was like it was a modern day Attitude Era type of match, because they was fighting in the crowd. There was table spots. There was kendo sticks.
Yeah.
There was an attempt to get something, a table or something, or a chair, and Roman said no, and threw that bitch back out and said no.
Cody put out a table, and then Roman beat Cody down a little bit, and he put the table right back on it.
Yep, he said, no way, not today.
And I was like, yo, okay.
Yeah, I fucks with that. But the only thing, no, I have nothing negative to say about that match.
I enjoyed it.
I got nothing negative
to say. A lot of people didn't like the Stone Cold not showing up.
Which he couldn't. So what the fuck?
Which ended up being the money issue, whatever. But I'm sitting there, and when people said that, I'm like, so who would you replace Stone Cold with, other than the Undertaker? There's the same effect you gonna get from Stone Cold.
Nobody.
Same effect gonna get.
You can't bring Brock back.
Can't bring Brock back.
You don't want Goldberg back, so ain't nobody else you can get. Triple H can't retire.
Storyline wise, what does
Triple H is the only one.
He has a heart problem.
Yeah.
So he can't go.
Shawn Michaels.
It made no sense.
It doesn't, because they never really interacted.
So it made sense with Undertaker. Guess what? You hear the glass shatter, you're going to freak out. You hear the fucking gong go off, you're going to freak out.
Right.
You're going to get the same thing.
I bet you Taker probably didn't even get paid that much to do that shit. He's just like, fuck it, I'm here. I'll do it. Here. Yeah, I'll do it.
I'm in the back. Fuck it.
Yeah, Austin tripping.
Yeah, so, but
sometimes fuck that money. Like, you already paid, yo. Like,
well, Austin's one of those people he want to pay out. He wants a story to go with it. Like, why am I doing a?
This is the story.
He hates a one time.
But it's a one off. But it's still a part of a long term story.
Yeah, like you
were signed to WCW. When were you signed to WCW? 1989, 1990. That means you were there when Dusty was there. Because Dusty got there around 91. So you were there till 95. Dusty was there the whole time. You have a relationship with Dusty.
With Paul Heyman.
A connection with Paul Heyman. Because you were part of the Dangerous Alliance.
Their biggest rival in WWE.
There's long-term story there for why you would have been there. So that kind of was stupid. Like, it had to just be about money.
Yeah.
Like, the story, there's a long-term story there. Cody was on the Broken Skull Challenge, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
I can't wait for you. I want you to finish that story. I want you to get that title, kid.
Yeah. It's all there.
The story was there.
It's all there.
Let's fucking move on.
Yeah, we good.
Great fucking WrestleMania. The finish was fucking great. Jay spearing Jimmy off the stage was fucking great.
That's when you said that. Storytelling is so powerful in wrestling. The storytelling of Roman just having PTSD with Seth Rollins. He just has it. He just has it.
He can't help it.
He has his heart has been broken by his heart was officially broken by Seth Rollins breaking up Shield. But now, if you ever notice, Roman every time he gets his back, someone turns on him. They hit him in the back with a chair. Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins. Is this a thing? Just get hit in the back with a chair. Backstabbed every time. Right. So the moment when that shows up, because everyone, me and my brother was laughing our ass off. Seth Rollins comes out. Tries to hit.
We didn't even see him until he got Superman punched.
Exactly.
We did not see him.
I am one of those people that was thinking, John Moxley? I was like, is John?
my.
I was like,
because I was like, Dean Ambrose.
I was like, yo, I know. No, AEW ain't do that.
I was fooled, and I now that I know I wasn't the only one, because somebody else said that too. I thought it was Dean Ambrose, and I'm like,
no. I'm
like, well, he hasn't been on TV for a while. Is his contract up?
I was like,
and then he don't come on camera, and then you just see Roman just fly through the air. I'm like,
fly through. He instantly took out
who
Seth.
he hit? I'm like, oh, there was the blonde hair. Oh, it's Seth.
I was like,
okay,
he instantly hit Seth, and I'm like, oh snap! And then he gets that moment to pick up the chair, and he's looking at Cody, he's looking at Seth, and I'm sitting. I'm like, he about to hit Seth, cause Seth is in that Shield gear, and he's thinking about that moment all over again.
PTSD all over again.
It's
like
hitting right in that moment, and when he looks at Seth, he goes, I think he said something.
You motherfucker.
He says something. I can't remember what he said. I think he said he broke my heart or something like that. He said something quick, but he hit Seth. And I'm like, why would you do that? And then when I see Seth fall, just like Roman fell, because the back shot down to the knee, hits the bottom rope. And I'm like, damn, he just lost the title. He's about to lose the title in this one moment, just because he couldn't let that shit go. Storytelling. That is perfect storytelling. That's how you tie things back together. Like, I was sitting there and that happened, and I thought about the Royal Rumble when he faced Seth and Seth was in the gear. And I think this is when it causes the disqualification, because he got him in the guillotine. He goes, he won't let me forget. He won't let it go. I won't let go because he won't let me let go. And when he says that, so that popped in my head, because I'm one of those people that just remember all this shit.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck you remember that shit.
And that's initially where I was like, oh, he just has PTSD no matter what he does.
When it comes to the Shield or Seth in particular,
he's gonna have PTSD. Yeah. And he won't let it go. Because Seth won't let it go either. Because Seth knows he could control him.
I'm about to say, but Seth runs that shit, so it doesn't.
Seth knows he could, like, it's like being in a relationship. You know what's going to trigger your girl. You know what's going to trigger her.
Even if you beat me, you know I got the trigger.
Yeah, I know I got the trigger no matter what. But I enjoyed that WrestleMania. A lot of title changes. I think only, 2 people left out with the same title?
Yep.
Rhea and Logan Paul.
Yep. Which is still great. So,
yeah.
New era. Triple H's new era. I'm loving it.
I'm loving it.
Loving it so far. So, but the question now begs to be asked is, where do we go from here? Now we have Sammy as the new Intercontinental Champion. We have new tag team champions on both brands. We have a new World Heavyweight Champion. We also have a new WWE Champion. New Women's Champion for whatever brand. Where do we go from here, especially main event wise?
The draft will tell all answers.
Damn, that was the easiest way to end this segment. Fuck you. Great answer.
Because it's no way you're going to sit here and be like, well, they could go to...
They can do this, they can do that.
The draft is going to give you all the answers you need. Only thing that right now that's set out there is we're going to have Rock and Cody. Rock and Cody is going to happen. Where is it going to happen?
When is it going to happen?
That is...
Nobody knows.
WrestleMania. Could be SummerSlam. But most likely going to be WrestleMania.
Right.
But that's the only 2 options. I could tell you is going to happen. We're going to have Rock and Cody. And we're going to have Rock and Roman later down the road.
Yep. I think we're also going to have a Cody versus Gunther.
We're going to have a Cody versus Gunther. We're going to have a Cody versus Rock.
And if it's not for the world title for Rock and Cody, I think Gunther takes that title from Cody.
We're going to have
but he gets a year run.
We're going to have Cody versus Rock for that title. Especially after that awkward-ass segment on Raw. If I could hold your title if you let me hold yours.
Yeah, I was whack.
I was like, yo, this is weird.
Even
the crowd was like,
this was awkward. But I understand why Cody did it, because it's like, well, this is collateral just in case you do something with my belt.
Wow.
So I get why Cody did it. It still just was like
weird. It was weird.
Why you let him hold your belt?
The way he said it was what made it weird.
Okay. Well, he has a lisp.
I let you hold mine if I can hold yours.
Don't do him like that.
It's like, why you say it in such a creepy tone? But those 4 matches were kind of like guaranteed, and then guaranteed we're gonna have a Drew versus CM Punk match.
Oh yeah,
we're going to have a CM Punk versus Seth match soon.
We might not.
Oh no, we're going to have that match. We're going to have that match.
All right. Hey, you're the prediction guy.
I think it's when Seth goes heel. Because we can't turn CM Punk heel for a while. because he's just such a baby face right now.
That merch,
especially with the fact that also, I can see it right now with the draft going on. Judgment Day is moving to SmackDown.
All of them. Ding ding ding.
Yes. No.
Dominic will not be a part of Judgment Day.
Dominic won't be a part.
Or Rhea will not be a part of Judgment Day.
That's how I think they're gonna get split up. It's a possibility.
Or put it like this. Or Dom is not gonna be a part of Judgment Day.
Rhea's gonna stay on Raw.
No, not Dom. What's his name? Damian Priest.
Oh yeah. Damian's not gonna stay there.
What I'm saying is maybe Damian Priest might go off on his own.
Okay.
And then you got the other ones together still.
I just think that Cody's gonna definitely be on Raw. He's getting picked up by Raw, and Dame's going to SmackDown.
I don't know. You want to know why?
Cody's going to Raw.
You want to know why?
Why?
How can they 100% trust that the Netflix thing will work?
They about to invest everything into it.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out, I guess. Yeah. But I think Cody's going to SmackDown.
Okay. For right now, or just in general?
I think that's where.
When does the Netflix thing crank up?
January.
Next year, January.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cody might be on SmackDown. He
might
be SmackDown all the way up to the next.
I'll tell you this why. I also think he's going to be on SmackDown. I think there won't be a Raw for a couple months until it was some shit I heard today that I think that the deal ends with. Is it Fox or USA? One of the shows is going to be pulled for like a couple months. Now I don't know if it's Raw or SmackDown. One of the shows is going to be pulled for a couple months until it goes to the new network. But I forgot which deal expires first.
Fox expires first.
So SmackDown won't have a home.
Yeah, well.
It's not going to go until January. But the deal to where the show is aired, I think it cuts off October or November. I heard it twice from two different sources. So that's why I'm like.
We'll have to see. I'll have to see. I got to see.
Right.
Because I just don't think that you pause the show like that. I don't know.
What do you call it? Preempted. So I don't know.
All right. But for right now, the draft will tell all for the future for everybody.
Cody's going to SmackDown.
Something that occurred throughout WrestleMania week.
Yeah, fuck it. Move on.
That started. Wait, did you have anything else?
Nah, I didn't. I was like,
yeah, you was trying to figure out where to go. Yeah, I got you. So WrestleMania week started really CM Punk's interview with Ariel Helwani, whatever, and then everybody was talking about AEW majority of the whole entire week. We come to this, like, I want to say it happened Saturday night. It was announced, like, literally after WrestleMania night one ends, AEW announces that they're going to show the footage from All In. No promotion, no nothing. They just instantly drops this. Hey, we're going to show this video.
Well, I guess that was the promotion. On Collision.
Everybody's sitting there going, why? I think that was the first question. Why? Because
what's the point?
What's the point? What is the point? CM Punk's
I'm still asking that. What's
Jack
the point?
Perry's, you've literally sent Jack Perry to Castaway Island.
Scapegoat.
So why are you showing this video?
Scapegoat in the chokehold.
They say it's the real video. Guess what? Wednesday comes up, and it's the real video. It's the real video. All you see is exactly like CM Punk said. Walked up to Jack, talks to Jack for a little bit. Jack literally says, well, not Jack didn't say anything. Jack messed the play with his hair. CM Punk pushes him. Jack tried to lunge at him, and then CM Punk literally puts him in the chokehold. They break it up, and then he points at Tony Khan. So yeah, exactly like he said. And I hate to tell you, but it was a ratings ploy, and it didn't change anything. It popped the ratings a little bit, but
so before we get to that, because we got the ratings,
yeah.
My first reaction, I had to look it up.
Right.
I said, he fired on his shit first.
Yeah.
It looked like he lunged and fired on him, but it was a push. It was a mush in the face.
What are you talking about?
Punk.
Punk pushed him in chest.
The first one was one-handed.
He pushed him straight in the chest.
Yeah, but it looked like he fired on him. The first time I seen it, I just seen it one time. And I was like, oh, he fired on him. And then he pushed him, and then, boom, the chokehold.
Right.
But then I watched it like 10 different times. It was a face mush. Boom, he mushed him. And then he pushed him again with 2 hands. Then Jack kind of lunged, motherfucker. Yeah. And Joe instantly came, got him, and split him apart.
Right.
So that's the gist of what happened in the video. What the fuck were you trying to prove, AEW? Is my question. Were you trying to prove that he was a liar? Because nothing, and this is even from your boy Dave Meltzer, this is even from your boy Brian Alvarez, this is from pretty much everybody who's involved in the wrestling community that said that Punk did not lie and that this was not a good idea. So what was the point? Was it to get 1 million views for this Dynamite show? That was a fail. You didn't reach that number. You didn't reach the 7-digit mark. You stayed in 6. The point was to try to bash CM Punk, and then the Bucks with their interview to talk the shit. You pussy motherfuckers. I said what I said. If you ever see me at one of your shows, which I probably won't anymore, I'm probably done with that bullshit, but you'll see me. We live in California. Whatever. It is what it is. I hate you motherfuckers. I do. Because the shit that y'all do is ridiculous and is pointless for the wrestling business. So that whole moniker of killing the business, I feel like now they're really trying. Like they're putting full attempts to try to kill the business of Tony Khan. And his dumb ass is allowing it.
He's right there with him. He's enjoying it. He's joining the ride.
I'm not sugarcoating shit.
To me, I felt like what they said was, oh, they could be used in the storyline. I was like, how? The video doesn't have the Young Bucks in it. The video doesn't have FTR in it. It doesn't have to do with anybody that works in that company.
I think it did look like Cash was at the bottom, but Aleister Black.
Nobody was there. Only Aleister Black came up. FTR wasn't in that video.
'Cause I didn't even know who that was Aleister Black for a minute. I was like, is that Shawn Spears?
Nobody.
But it was Aleister Black.
Nobody in that company really. Nobody that pertains to that storyline was in that video.
No, you're right. Okay. But I did think I saw
And
Cash.
the way they play it off is, because of this was going on backstage, we couldn't pray. Brother, I don't want to hear that.
Okay, so they couldn't pray, and that was the reason that they didn't shake.
Lost. That's the reason they lost.
No, that's the reason they didn't shake their hands, too. Is because that had just happened.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm trying to think. So you're not going to shake nobody's hand if you was to fire on somebody on the other camp? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
It
was a ratings ploy that didn't work.
I'm just trying to understand the whole fucking thing, especially from the Young Buck side. Like, just give me logic, and that's what makes me call them pussies, because they don't even think with logic. What logically made you even do that to the point where it does not help you in any kind of way?
I don't put the blame on the Bucks.
I know you put the blame on Tony Khan for allowing it, but I'm trying to understand the logic for them to do it. This was their idea.
Yeah. Both of them. I think it was a brainchild of Bucks and Tony.
I think they brought it up because Tony Khan was butthurt because Punk said some things about him on the fucking Ariel Helwani thing.
Well, that...
And said his business is a shit show.
AEW,
say what you say. Don't censor shit.
AEW just have so many fucking children in that goddamn building. That is fucking ridiculous. You have Adam Copeland talking later on. He goes and says, I didn't even watch the interview. I just saw clips of him saying stuff, so I just thought I need to say something good. So why didn't you say that in the back? You went all the way out there to give a little rah-rah speech to encourage the kids. For what? Because a dope said something about y'all? You have to be...
And he didn't say anything about you.
He didn't say anything about you. Oh, but you love AEW when you just got there.
And look like you don't fucking want to be there.
But you having fun. Okay, cool. Have fun. Whatever. I don't care about
what's going to happen when you're not working with Christian no more? Will you still be having fun?
I don't know. But it's just that and the fact that this whole video situation, and then the fucking Will Ospreay comment. What Triple H said, he didn't say directly Will Ospreay, but like my mama said, like I text you, a hit dog will holler. A hit dog will holler. He
could have been talking about Okada.
He could have been talking about Okada. He could have been talking about Mercedes. He could have been talking about anybody.
Adam Cole.
Anybody. At this point, he could have talked about anybody who didn't want to sign with WWE. But you took it the most to heart that you need to come out on the stage, talk about the situation. Oh, the only reason he got a job is because he grinding on the daughter. Okay, cool. We done heard that comment so many times.
So many fucking times. And it's almost disrespectful to Stephanie, who's almost 50 years old. So that's kind of disrespectful at the end of the fucking day.
They've earned their stripes.
Period.
They earned it. Because clearly, guess what?
Hey, and that should have get you shot
when he got from under the umbrella of Vince McMahon and he showed you what he could do with NXT. Guess what? He's doing that now.
And doing a better job than your current boss.
Definitely. And then the fact that you're in the middle of a whole storyline with Daniel Bryan that no one fucking cares about. And no one understands why the storyline is even going. No one knows what the fuck is going on with that storyline. The fact that you took time out of a storyline that no one gives a fuck about to talk about somebody that's not in your company, that didn't even mention your name, and then you double down to go on social media and post all this stuff about how you've been going through so much during COVID and shit. Brother, you all have to grow the fuck up.
The world don't give a fuck about your problems.
You have to grow the fuck up.
Period.
It is time. Because how are y'all supposed to be a company? How are y'all supposed to be major league when y'all constantly act like minor league? You will not be treated like the big brother or the equal if you constantly act like the little brother all the time. You will not be treated equally. Because
big bank take little bank.
That's all you do. You cannot sit there and tell me that you think you're a real competitor or you think you're the alternative when one, you ain't no alternative no more. The real alternative to walk back up in the building.
It might be TNA.
The original alternative was NXT.
Oh, yeah.
And NXT is now WWE 2.0 now, which is now the new era. So what are you now? Because you ain't the alternative. You ain't different.
You're just there.
Because TNA could do the same thing that y'all doing. The only difference is y'all just happen to have more money than TNA.
Yeah, y'all got a bigger budget.
Y'all got a bigger budget than TNA.
Y'all got a TV deal.
And you know what's the worst thing? TNA actually got stories. They got characters. They have everything that you wish you had. And y'all have everything that TNA wish they had.
But they don't have to keep going to New Japan and keep trying to sign away their talent to make their company the New Japan.
The fact that AEW basically burned that bridge with TNA because they basically did that. They tried to steal talent from them. And then guess what? Hey, we'll let you have Kenny Omega if he could take your world title.
And he did.
And then he did. And then they took the Good Brothers when they were the tag team champions.
And look where they're at now.
Now they're in WWE.
Even though they're not being used.
And guess what? Now the people who tired of the shit in AEW is going to TNA or WWE. Because you ain't the alternative anymore. You ain't that. You're not the safe haven as you used to be. The shit is over with. The jig is up.
I got a question. Are you still ranting?
I'm done.
See, I don't want to cut off rants because you be letting me rant.
No, I'm done, man. Because the ratings tell it all. Mercedes ain't done shit. You already sat there. You're displaying the shit that she's the worst at. Do you see how nutty that is? She cannot talk. We've said it multiple times. She cannot talk. WWE literally just never let her talk. So what you do, AEW? We're just going to let her talk the whole time.
We put her on commentary.
Brother, she ain't going to wrestle till Double or Nothing. So basically, you got her, what, in March?
So she's not going to talk for... She going to talk for 2 months?
She ain't wrestled in April. And Double or Nothing is at the end of May. So you got her ass for 2 months.
To just talk?
Just to talk. And to do that stupid-ass fucking dance.
That she can't do?
Like a damn GTA character. And then sit there and sing that trash-ass CEO-ass theme song. This is all she do. That's all she does. Oh, say hello to your CEO. I can't. How many fucking weeks I'm supposed to
That is a GTA character to keep repeating the same line during the day.
How many weeks you want me to hear that? Get in the ring.
7 for right now until Memorial Day.
And I'm a fan of Mercedes.
But I am not a fan of Mercedes. I'm a fan of Sasha Banks. I am not a fan of Mercedes.
Yeah, let me get right. I'm a fan of Sasha Banks.
I'm a fan of Sasha Banks.
I'm a fan of Dean Ambrose.
Period. I'm not a fan of John Moxley. I can't stand John Moxley.
This shit has gotten out of hand.
So a lot of stuff is just going on that's just out of control.
Out of hand.
But my thing with the Will Ospreay comments, he's talking about how much he said, you telling me I run from the grind? He said something that I can't fucking remember, but the gist of it was how he works and gets on a plane every week to go fly out to go do a match. Okay. Fucking twice a week. Once a week. Really still once a week because you're still not even wrestling on AEW TV every week.
Not on Collision.
Not on Dynamite. You're not wrestling every fucking week. You're once a month probably. So you're going over there to go wrestle a match just to get your fucking fix for the week. Really, to tell you the honest to God truth, the grind is doing the grind used to be the fucking 4 to 5 nights a week. Sometimes twice in one fucking town. But now they got it to the point where it's really 3, 4 maybe in the week. Cody only has 2 days off, so really it's 5.
I say Cody literally only has Tuesday and Wednesday off.
Yeah, it's 2 days out the week.
Only and I'm telling you, go check his calendar.
Yeah,
I literally sat there with my calendar at my desk and I looked at it and I was like, damn, motherfucker wrestle Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Shit, he only off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So that's the grind.
That's the grind.
You getting on the plane to go sit on your ass?
A private jet. It's Tony Khan's private jet.
Oh, that's even worse. So you get on a private jet where you have room to fucking stretch and lay back, enjoy some good food.
It's Tony's plane.
And then you're gonna go out here and you're gonna go wrestle your one match and get back on this private plane and then do what? Come back and sit at your house until you have to go to a Dynamite or a Collision and still don't wrestle? Once a fucking week, if even that, which is still kind of running from the grind, even though you probably weren't the one he was talking about. But
and you do a couple of indie shows. But it's just you telling me
we can do indie shows.
You sitting here, you telling me
we can do indie shows.
Like my mother said.
Wait, let me say this to you one more time. We can do indie shows.
Yes.
So him who's signed to a fucking big company doing indie shows means fucking nothing.
Means nothing.
It means fucking nothing. So when they brag about that shit, it's like, what are you talking about? You bragging about going to go perform in front of the most 100 people? At the most? That's a fucking nightclub. A nightclub even has more people than that. What the fuck are we talking about? So like that bragging shit, it's like, dog, just fall back, bro. Be humble. You're a fucking great wrestler. You're a great talent.
Yeah.
I thought that you were even great as a person, but you're starting to show so much to the left of that the past 2 years to me. Because I've been watching Will Ospreay since at least, 2015?
Okay.
Again, I thought he was a humble kid. I liked him. But now that mouth, it's like...
He goes.
Man, dog.
But I try to separate the person from the character. And it's like, to me...
Did he?
To me...
That was out of character, which seems to be more of a person.
He was like, I don't usually let people get to me. Or he was like, I usually don't talk about stuff like this. So that's what made me think about that saying.
The human aspect.
A hit dog will holler. You took a comment and felt a certain way about it. If anybody else made those comments, it's like, oh, whatever, cool. But you felt some type of way because I think, to me, Triple H offered you something. He gave you a big offer. And then Tony came right behind that, was like, I'm going to give you my private jet so you go home. And he was like, deal.
And I thought you were extra like $5 million.
And I thought extra $5 million. And then Triple H was like, oh.
We ain't doing that.
Yeah, we ain't doing all that.
He Mercedes Monet you. Nah, we ain't doing all that.
Yeah, I mean, you go over there. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Cody came with his own bus.
Yeah, he came with his own bus, and he said, I'm going to work the long schedule.
Period. What? You ain't coming with a bus. You using somebody else's private jet.
Yeah. Whose fault that is? You went and bought a brand new house over there in London. Or over there
and
in
then signed over here in the United States.
That's your problem. You decided.
You better rent that bitch out and just get...
You decided that, brother.
Real estate.
So if he's saying you running from the grind...
Seem like somebody... Well, if you have a house somewhere else and you got a contract in a whole other country, you ran from something.
Struck a nerve.
You ran from something.
Struck a nerve.
So, you want to keep going with this or you want to move on?
I'm good. I'm done.
Me too. Fuck it. Let's go with the ratings. Show these the ratings for this debacle.
Oh, after the video? So during the video, they got a 880. They had 880 watching, 880,000 people watching. And right after the video, literally, which led into Will Ospreay's promo, they had already lost 5,800. Well, they lost 58,000. Sorry, 58,000. So they went from 880 to 822. And then after that, it just went downhill and ended the night up at 7:23. Oh,
I thought it was 7:38, 7:23.
That's another thing that bothered me.
Christ.
Their main event. They decided to put Samoa Joe versus Dustin Rhodes in the main event in a world title eliminator because Cody Rhodes just won the title at WrestleMania.
Oh, to make it like a Samoan versus
Rhodes, and then also the fact that Roman Reigns' real name is Joe. So they put Samoa Joe versus Dustin Rhodes. Ha ha ha. Be fucking for real. Be fucking for real.
Are you guys
this
AEW
is your creative?
or are you guys the UWF?
What's that?
The UWF was the Universal Wrestling Federation that was created by Herb Abrams. This was back in like the mid 90s. And like he would get like all the older guys that couldn't sign in WWE or WCW. So like your Paul Orndorff, Greg Valentine, those type of guys.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a whole Dark Side of the Ring about this shit. But they would try to do stupid stories like that. I think they had like a fake doink or something like that. Just shit like why?
Ripping off a whole another storyline.
It's pointless. And
no one believed that Dustin Rhodes was going to win that title.
But what is it doing for you in business? Do you think there's no TV guides on these bitches to be like, oh, tonight, Rhodes against Joe?
AEW. Your focus right now should be on Swerve becoming world champion. That is where your focus should be at. Because I'm going to just remind you, your first luchador to win a title, by accident, wasn't supposed to happen. Rey Fenix wasn't supposed to win that title against Jon Moxley, only because Jon got hurt. And he held it for 2 weeks? That's your first luchador singles champion? Why diminish your first African-American champion, singles champion? Why diminish it? Well, I'm going to correct it. First African-American world champion, because Scorpio Sky already won the TBS title.
I thought you were about to say Big Swole won it.
No. But I'm just saying, man, focus on what you need to focus on. Because a lot of people are like, well, hey, WWE sent a shot first. WWE ain't waste no time. They didn't spend time on their TV time.
These are outside podcasts where the hosts are asking them questions about the shit.
McAfee show. That these are shows not on. WWE has what? Fucking 7 hours of TV time.
Oh, you're going hours.
3 hours on Raw, 2 hours on SmackDown, 2 hours on NXT.
NXT 2 hours? Yeah.
Not one mention of AEW.
No. Why are we gonna waste money to promote them?
You might get a comment from Cody because that's part of his story. AEW is part of his story. But you might get like you left and you made a whole entire different company. You might get that comment. Cool. CM Punk might make a little jab here and there, but it's not in the middle of the ring. He said a jab on the pre-show. Said a jab on the post-show. Might say a jab in the post-conference.
He said that jab on the pre-show because somebody led him into that comment.
Yeah.
Cole accidentally led him into the comment, and that's when he said what he said.
I think he said one about he asked the Miz if he's gonna get a tattoo of the tennis record. He said one of those. Because Ospreay got that, I want to say. But it's like they're not taking up TV time with it.
You're right.
AEW, you're taking up TV time. So this was like a 15-minute segment, maybe 10. Well, not even that. I'll be modest, like a 5-minute segment.
7 at the most.
At the most. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking like, bro, that time could have been used. That could have been given to the women's match. That could have been given to another match. That could have been given to anybody. But y'all decided to just waste y'all TV time on a person who's not even in the company. So now you get to a part where Young Bucks come out there and they're beating up, I can't remember who they was beating up. I think they were beating up a Pac.
They're best friends.
And they're,
Best friends.
Who?
When they beating up the best friends?
No, they was beating up Pac. Pac and
week.
FTR and whatever.
That was last week.
But the whole entire time, the crowd is chanting CM Punk. The whole time. I don't know. That's all I got to say about that. I feel like we hit everything that occurred this week.
Hey, I just got frustrated talking about AEW. I was so happy talking about WrestleMania.
Yeah, I did
then
too.
The AEW shit
and
came.
Then Ronda Rousey out here getting clout and shit. Man. When WrestleMania week come around, everybody want to talk. Everybody good, man. Everybody hop on the podcast.
Everybody got some beans to try to spill.
Yeah, everybody got something.
Ain't that when the Me Too shit started too with WWE around WrestleMania times? Like Jesus Christ.
That's when all the wrestlers could get on the mic. Because everybody, I got a mic for you. You can talk.
But not only that, just because one wrestler say something, somebody got to retort.
Yeah, now somebody got to retort. It's like it's everywhere.
Grown people.
Yeah.
You want to get into this game or you want to?
We'll go ahead and end the game.
All right, let's do it.
Game, man.
Let's do it.
E-Dot.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
It's 10 for the week.
Let's go.
First, Drew or Sheamus?
Drew.
Pete Dunne or Tommaso Ciampa?
Pete Dunne.
New Day or the Street Profits?
Street Profits.
Street Profits. All right. Here's a different one. The Hardcore title or the European title?
Hardcore title.
Oh, wow. Damn. NXT Gold or 2.0?
What is NXT Gold? Is that running one right now?
No. NXT Gold was the Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh, Black and Gold. Yeah, Black and Gold. Yeah, NXT Black and Gold.
Nakamura or Okada?
Nakamura.
Yeah. The WWE/NXT Samoa Joe or the AEW Samoa Joe / Ring of Honor?
/ Ring of Honor? Are we talking about like the one that just occurred?
You're talking about this Ring of Honor that's going on now.
Oh, WWE NXT Samoa Joe.
All I had to do is say extra AEW product.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Rey Fenix or Rey Mysterio?
Rey Mysterio.
I knew that one. Dusty Rhodes or Ric Flair?
Ric Flair.
Fuck you. And the last one. The best bout machine. Kenny Omega or the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes?
Kenny Omega.
Double bird for you. On that note, I don't even want him to do a reverse to me because to me that was blasphemous in this whole little.
I like him.
And then he's balling up, wriggling up papers.
I enjoy Kenny Omega. I do. And I enjoy Cody Rhodes, but right now, when you say Kenny Omega, I instantly think about the cleaner. I don't think about the one right now. I think about the cleaner.
So that means when you say Cody Rhodes, you should think about dashing Cody Rhodes?
No.
Or Stardust?
No, I'm thinking about the one right now. All right, you ready? Here we go.
No, because you just did some blasphemy.
Oh, so you're not going to play the game?
Huh?
Yes? Are you going to play the game? Yes or no?
Yeah, I guess.
Here we go. Thank you. Drew or Gunther?
Gunther.
Damian Priest or Braun Breaker?
Braun Breaker. I was going to say other. Before you said Braun Breaker.
All right. Crime Time.
Shit. Okay.
Or Street Profits?
Crime Time.
I'm going to match that. I like that question. That was a good question. But I'm going to switch it. Hardcore title or the Cruiserweight title?
Oh, Cruiserweight title. But with real cruiserweights.
I was going to say the 2005, 2006 era cruiserweights. Like Rey Mysterio, Billy Kidman.
Yeah, I was going to say like 2004 or whatever year that was.
All right. WCW. This is during the height of WCW. Or Ruthless Aggression, WWE.
Wait, when WCW?
Like during the Monday Night Wars.
Ruthless Aggression. All day. I like old WCW.
Okay, that actually threw me off because I did not expect you to say that.
Really I like early 90s WCW.
All right, Asuka or Dakota Kai? No, not Dakota Kai. Io Sky.
I'm gonna go with Asuka. Asuka still is on another level. She's like Charlotte to me. Io's like on the rise. She's like Bianca.
AEW Christian, or I could switch that. I could go crazy with that one. I mean,
do it.
AEW Christian or WWE CM Punk.
Christian fell off lately. I'm going with which WWE CM Punk? There's two.
First run.
Oh, first run.
First run.
We got Pipe Bomb. We got the year title reign.
Yeah. You got that whole going on.
He was the whole first one who had a year title reign. And now Roman had like 5 years.
All right. Dudley Boys or Hardy Boys?
I like the Hardy Boys. I've always been a Hardy Boys fan.
That's crazy. I'm a Dudley.
You're a Dudley?
Yeah, I love the Dudleys. I always love the Dudleys.
Well, you are about their size, so.
Oh, that's offensive. Hurt my feelings a little bit. There was no reason for that. Sting or Ric Flair?
A man called Sting? I'm going with a man called Sting, which is Surfer Sting.
Okay.
I don't like Crow Sting.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah, I hate Crow Sting. It's been going for way too long, too, for me. I like Surfer Sting. I grew up with Surfer Sting.
What if he return back?
Huh?
What if he just returns with that?
With what?
With Surfer Sting.
He can't, because you got to get a whole high top fade. You ain't got the hair for that. It's thinning up here. Like he'll have a Chris Mullin going on. All right. Be a whole patch in his high top. Like, fuck that.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Or the American Dragon, Daniel Bryan.
Dragon versus Dragon. That's a fucking good one. Danielson has some classics. Fucking Steamboat is so smooth. And it's not a smoother wrestler than Steamboat. I'm going to go with the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
That's crazy.
He had a fucking banger of a match with fucking Kamala.
That's crazy.
Danielson had a good match with Kamala. 50-year-old Kamala. Kamala was terrible in 30s.
Yo, that's crazy.
So I'm going to go with Danielson.
Over the Dragon is nuts.
Yeah, he only had really like 3 classics.
I have to just shake my head. Because I respect it. Because I can respect that call.
If it said there was way more jobber matches.
Because I don't go with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, it was way more jobber matches back then.
But I didn't expect you to go that route. So it threw me off.
It threw you off.
Yeah, you hit me with a curveball there.
A kind of curveball because it still had old school references to it.
Yeah.
Because that Kamala match, I was like, this is fucking good. Like, Danielson stumping on feet, like, just great. But yeah.
But all right, man.
Yeah, I got nothing else, man. AEW fucked up the whole mood.
Yeah, it was a dark cloud over WrestleMania week.
No, it was a dark cloud over the show. Like, it was all sunshines and lollipops and shit, and then all of a sudden we talked about AEW.
We should have started.
And that shit went like
we need to remember to just start off with AEW. So we
just
can end
start
on
off gloomy,
Yeah, just start off gloomy.
So we can end on a good note.
Yeah, just end on a good note. Because they be killing the mood every time, bro.
Fuck this bullshit.
Every fucking time.
You know what?
Get out of here.
Yeah, just...
I ain't even going to promote Heavily Opinionated where we talking about the NBA play-ins and we talking about the NCAA Final Four. I ain't even going to talk about that. I ain't even going to promote that because I'm about to get up out of here because it's your boy Playboy Troy.
And your boy Izzy Too Real.
And
we're Wrestlemaniacs 2. And we're out of here. Fuck you, AEW, until next week. God damn it.